Hello friends, I'm Ankita Asthana and I'm a portrait and wedding photographer. I founded the photography and filming company Wedding Nama. Today I'm sitting here with a box. This box contains the brand new 70-200 f2.8 S-line lens specially made for the Z-mount mirrorless cameras. It is a full-frame telephoto lens with a constant aperture of f2.8. Without a doubt, it is the most awaited S-line lens ever. And I'm sure that Nikon took its time to ensure that we get good quality engineering and the best optical quality ever. At least that's what I've heard. I can't wait to unbox it and test it out. So without further ado, here we go. Let's unbox this lens. I just love unboxing new equipment. Here's the manual and the warranty card, very important. This is the lens pouch. And here is, drum roll, the lens itself. Ooh, it's completely black. Wow, I love it. All right, wait. Let me clear some of this out so that we have a clean frame, and then we'll talk more about this beautiful lens. Let me keep this away. Okay, let's take a look at it. It's completely black. It doesn't have the gold ring and no gold lettering either. Good for camouflage, huh? Less intimidating maybe. The filter size is still 77 mm. Let's take off the hood. In terms of the look and feel and the materials, it's very similar to the 24-70 2.8 S-line lens, which we have already tried, tested and approved. But it doesn't get extended when you zoom in and out. The zoom itself is quite smooth. Yeah, it's butter smooth. It is a magnesium alloy fully weather sealed lens, which is a very important thing for me as a photographer to be able to trust my gear in harsh conditions. Alright, let's explore this a little bit more. Oh, what is this? There's a Kensington lock hiding over here. Okay, in terms of the design, it's very similar to the F-mount 70-200 2.8E version that Nikon has. They've kept the zoom and the focus orientation like the E version of the lens, which I actually like. The buttons are a little bit different. This one also has a digital display and a button using which you can see various types of display options. And then there are these two function buttons, the lens function 1 and the lens function 2, which has 4 different buttons wrapped around the lens to access it. I've used the E version of this lens quite extensively, mostly on my D850. It is one of the most important lenses that we use in weddings, and that is why we had been waiting for this one with bated breath so that I could use it on my mirrorless. Overall, it feels very sturdy. Now let's use it in the real world and see how it performs. I have a beauty and portrait session planned today, so let's test this out there. But do stay till the end of the video for my detailed review of this lens and a quick comparison of the lens with other 70-200s. Now, let's go make some photographs. Hi guys! You're looking good! So she's Ria, my model for today. And that's Dara, and that's Donna, who's done this beautiful makeup. With the mirrorless Z7. Look how compact the system looks. It's really fab. It feels really good in the hand. This is the custom control ring over here, which you can customize to make it your aperture, your ISO sensitivity, or the exposure compensation, or you can just leave it as it is. mirrorless, I have to use it with this FTZ adapter, so it becomes a little front heavy, as you can see. So whereas when I use this new lens, I'm liking the overall weight distribution on this lens, but this one is very nicely balanced and quite easy to shoot with. Another thing that I'm loving about this lens right now is how close I can come to my subject because the minimum focusing distance has reduced. Look towards me. Oh, that's very nice. Hold this. So Ria, give me the same shot. Ugh, thank God it's water and not bird. Can't go that close. So this is the closest I can actually get with this lens. Imagine. Bring your hands up in one motion and then leave them naturally near your face. So don't worry guys, no plants were harmed in making this video. These were the gardener's discarded leaves which he was cutting anyways, and I just picked a few of them up. And I'm back. Everybody's just left. I absolutely loved shooting with this lens. I shot for about 4 hours and maybe even more. And the good thing is it was easy to use. Combined with the mirrorless, it sits really well in my hand and it's very comfortable. Also, as expected, the image quality is spectacular. I enjoyed the autofocus performance. It was really fast, and when I combined this lens with my Z7, the kind of details I could get is mind-blowing. I really like the fact that it has extremely short minimum focusing distance of 0.5 meter on the wider side, and it's slightly less than 1 meter on the tele end. It used to be a constant 1.1 meter on the F-mount version. This will help me in creating some beautiful portraits and going up close to my subject. This lens has all of Nikon's quality coatings and elements, just like the Noct 58mm f.95 and the 120-300 f2.8, which I love so much. It has 21 elements ED, SR, FL, Arneo crystal coating. Let me explain these terms. FL, which is the fluorine coat, repels dust and water droplets. ED glass, which is extra low dispersion glass, is used to avoid chromatic aberration. The SR, which is the short wavelength refractive lens element, enables a lighter design without limitations. And the anti-reflective Arneo coating is used to avoid ghosting and flaring. The built-in vibration reduction, which is the VR, when combined with the IBIS of the mirrorless system, can give you a superior compensation effect equivalent to shooting at shutter speeds 5.5 f-stops faster. I think you could get stable photographs even at shutter speeds as low as 1/10. Let's do a quick size comparison. I have the E version as well as the older G version here, so you can see all three of them together. As you can see, Nikon has kept the placement of zoom and focus like the newer F-mount 7200 f2.8e version, which was very well received by some photographers. Some people are, however, yet to adapt to a different orientation than other lenses. But after using this lens for more than a year, I have started appreciating the change. And by this lens, I mean the E version. When you're using the mirrorless, I feel like having your zoom farther away helps you to maintain the overall balance, especially in the autofocus mode. For video shooters who focus manually, maybe it's a slightly different story. but they have minimized the focus breathing for your benefit, so the angle of view doesn't change much when adjusting focus. I like the smoothness of both the zoom and focus rings on the E version when compared to its predecessor, the G version, and I'm so glad that it feels the same on the S-line lens. The weight and size of this lens is very slightly bigger than the E version, but since I have to use FTZ adapter with the F-mount lenses, the overall system becomes pretty big. Whereas with the S-line version, I can now use my 70-200 in a more compact manner. Overall, I'm very happy with this lens and I'm sure it will be much loved by all photographers. Just try it out, guys. The highlight for me was the close focusing distance and the ease of use. I really can't wait to use it at weddings. Hope you enjoyed the video. Do subscribe to my channel for more such photography related discussions. My Instagram is also going to be mentioned right here for you guys. Stay safe, stay inspired.